Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allahi wa amila salihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. I welcome all of you with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, mercy and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on all of you. And I hope you had a good lunch. And inshallah, we'll try and catch up with the 45 minutes or 15 minutes that we are behind schedule. Now we go to the next session, that is the objectives of the International Dawah Training Program. Hope all the participants have got these notes. And as mentioned to you in the rules and regulations, this is a point form note where I have given a serial number to each of the objectives, so that if you want to know from where I'm reading, you can go to that point directly. Before I start every point, I will mention the number. What you have to do is pay attention more on me than read the notes. But if you want to jot some points so that you're with me, I'll be mentioning the point number before I start the point. So that if you want to mention some examples or if there are some details, it will be easier for us to be on the same wavelength. Point number one, there are 5 categories of Muslims as far as the field of dawah is concerned. The first is Muslims who never do dawah. Before we go into the details, I assume that most of the participants are aware what dawah is. If not, then you have to wait for the next day, inshallah. First category is Muslims who never do dawah. The second category is Muslims who are forced to do dawah due to circumstances. Muslims who do dawah when they are criticized and attacked about their religion. The third category is Muslims who do dawah when the opportunity arises. For example, when someone asks questions about Islam. The fourth category of Muslims, as far as dawah is concerned, are part-time da'is. Those who look for opportunities to deliver the message of Islam to non-Muslims. And the last category are full-time da'is, those whose mission of life is dawah and who are involved on a full-time basis in conveying the message of Islam. So basically, as far as dawah is concerned, there are 5 categories. Muslims who never do dawah, Muslims who are forced to do dawah when they're criticized. The third category I also call as spare time da'is. Spare time da'is means when they ask questions and they're forced to do dawah, so they do dawah, or only at their leisure time. The fourth category is part-time da'is, and the fifth is a full-time da'is. And let me tell you, what do I mean by full-time da'is? If anyone says, I'm a full-time doctor, or a full-time engineer, or a full-time businessman, or a full-time da'i, it means that most of his time during the day is spent for that activity. Usually, it is more than 75%. Usually. So, when you say you're a full-time businessman, that means most of your time of the day, if you work for X amount of number of hours, and normally people spend about 8-9 hours in the office, working for about 7 to 7.5 hours a day, average. They may spend about 8 to 9 hours. So if you say you're a full-time businessman, so you have to give out more than 8 hours a day, or at least more than 7 hours. If you say you're a full-time da'i, you should spend more than 75% of your time, or at least 7 to 8 hours a day doing dawah. This training program, the previous one we had, and as many of you may be aware, that this International Dawah Training Program, what we are conducting in 2016, is after a span of 16 and a half years. Before that, I had conducted many programs. But me personally, as a full-time course, I'm conducting after 16 and a half years. Last time I conducted this training program, 16 and a half years back in 1999, in that program too, the majority of the participants were Malaysians. And some of you have mentioned that Brother Shakarat was here. That time, the course was meant for 4th and 5th category. So if you see the old notes, 4th and 5th category, part-time and full-time Dai. This course is exclusively for full-time Dais. Now, Abu Shar is always likes to be unique and intelligent. He said in his introduction that he is full-time businessman and full-time Dai. According to me, it's not possible unless you are half-baked or a spare time full-time, or unless you spend more than 16 hours a day. And normally my schedule, I spend about 17 hours a day in the office. And removing the time for salah, lunch break and all, it is more than 14 hours. In that case, if I had spent maybe 8 hours for one profession, 8 hours for dawah, I could have called myself 2 in 1. But normally when I mean by the word full-time, it doesn't mean 100%. It can. For example, if you say that 7 hours or 8 hours is pure dawah, then on average I spend about 14 hours, so I'm double full-time. So when I mean full-time, it means that the major time you spend in the day, the major portion. A normal person, human being, sleeps for about 7 to 8 hours. And he works for approximately, as I said, pure 7 to 8 hours. So if you say you're a full-time in one particular profession, then you have to spend at least 7 to 8 hours a day. If you do anything below that, it can either be a part-time or a spare time. I would like to know, some of you I'm aware of, from here, I believe that some are already full-time, some would like to become full-time. I would like to know that how many already are spending more than 7-8 hours a day doing dawah at present. Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already spending 7 to 8 hours. Raise your hand, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So out of 19, we have 5 people who are already spending more than 7 hours or major portion of the time doing dawah. And I would say these people are actually full-time dais. How many people intend, besides these 5 people, intend after doing this course? If you are studying, it's understood that you're studying for dawah. Suppose someone is going to university. If it's Islamic university, so it's understood that he's spending part-time and gaining knowledge to become a da'i. So he would come into the future case. 5 out of 19, I would like to know that from the balance 14, though the interview was taken, how many intend to be a full-time da'i after this course? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. MashaAllah. So that makes it 100%. So we're on the same wavelength. This training program is not meant for 4th category. It was previously. This training program, one of the objectives, it's only for those who would want to be full-time dais. The reason is that time I had more time, now I have less time. So we want to take the cream, the best. We want to have the creme de la creme, the best. So that inshallah we are more effective. So this training program is only meant for those Muslims who are or would like to be full-time du'at. This course per se. There are other objectives, which I'll come to later on. Point number 3. This dawah training program will not provide you with all the knowledge required for dawah. Please note this very clearly, point number 3. The reason we are going through the objectives is that some people may have come with a preconceived idea or notion, which most of it may be correct, some may be false. So many people think that, okay, once I do this training, khalas. After that, I don't require any knowledge. For your information, I'm yet a student and will inshallah always remain a student of knowledge.